thanks for staying with us on AIT. And of course, it's no longer news that the All Progressives Congress held its governorship election and governorship primary in Oka last month, which is April 2025. And of course, we're aware that Nicholas Ukachukwu emerged as the candidate that will run for the November governorship election. And this has created a lot of reactions from people, especially the aspirants. Some have fallen out, some have left to join other political parties. And today with me, we have the candidates of, talking about the face, of course, of the governorship election coming up in November. We have with me Nicholas Ukachukwu to throw more light on what actually transpired on that day. Thank you very much for joining us. Now let's start from the primaries. What actually transpired that very day? Because now we're having a lot of reactions coming from aspirants. We have some, as somebody like Volunteer Ozungo has filed a suit against you and of course APC to contend to ask questions regarding what actually happened, especially faulting that the electoral process was flawed and many of the aspirants is really causing mass defection in the party in Anambra State. What's your reaction to this?
Well, thank you, Funke. I think there's misinformation just going on there, to the press. And the one thing I give Nigerian press is that they're investigative with their work and their profession. So when they investigate those things, what they're feeding them are totally blatant lies. It wasn't what it is. I'm sorry to use that word. Be it as it may, I may not be particularly interested in trying to respond to Valentine Ozigbo because he's illusioned, not being practical with a politician. And when you are just living on your illusion, you don't know what actually is happening outside you. So you might be drowned with that, but that's not the issue here. One also buying from him is saying that he should be declared winner of the primaries. And when somebody says, declare me winner of a primaries, meaning there's primaries he agree with. Can you say, I came second in the primaries, declare me winner? That the person that came first was not qualified at the time of the contest. If that's what you're saying, meaning you agree that primaries were flawless and everything was okay. Because if it were not, it would have been saying that they should annul the primaries because it was not right. So he should be able to present to you what actually, as much as the case in the court, I don't want to discuss it. But be it as it may, he should have shown you people what he filed in the court that says the court trying to address and then trying to look at himself as the enforcer of a credible democracy. The thing is that he's asking the court that Prince Nicholas Ukachukwu, from what he saw in the membership register, was not a member of APC at the time of the primaries. And APC did not give him waiver based on that, because he has not been with the party for 3 months, as the rules of the party, constitution of the party says. So on that note, I should be disqualified. That he came, I won't say distant, he came where you can say almost no second. Because out of 1,630 delegates, he got 67 votes, while I got 1,455. So he wanted to, that right of one of 1,455 voters they has given me to represent it to be surrendered to him. That being what I haven't said that. I also don't want to bother much about that, because if he that entered the party less than 1 week to 2 to the primaries contested, and then to him because he got waiver. Also, should not forget that there was a voter register, that even in his own word, if you go and then be able to certify that same record for his own word register, his name will not be there. He was able to register. And before the primaries, the National Working Committee of our great party, APC, gave blanket waiver. Because, for you to be a delegate, you have to contest it. You have to buy form. You have to fill the form. You have to surrender yourself to contest. To emerge as a delegate, you have to contest to emerge within the 5 people that come from each ward. That's how it happens. So for you to contest it, you have to merge. So for some of us who entered the APC, that came with our supporters, and other people that entered, myself, I entered the APC some time ago, which is about March last year, the 3rd of March last year. And then him, Obiora, also entered. And then there are other people that entered the APC, and including Valos, who entered after we have entered. And then we all have supporters. Our supporters, they've not done revalidation of voter registers at the time of even when we register, before the primaries. So they now give blanket waiver for everybody that entered the party, whether new or old, so that it can be able now to contest the delegate election or contest the primaries. But that notwithstanding, I have been in the party since May last year. So I didn't require, because the constitution of the party said 3 months. I didn't require 3 months, so I didn't actually want the waiver. But they went to say, we're giving waiver for everybody. And they even give like the waiver to contest. But that's not the issue, because that's my party will respond to, and they've responded and filed respond in the court, which AIT can have access to know what they say, what I did not say. Because what will come to feed you, I might not be saying the truth. He might not be saying the truth. But document speak for yourself. See what you file in the court, and see the response from the party, and see my own response. And then we leave court to conduct a decision. It cannot be decided on the electronic media, on the president. But the most important thing is, he was not challenging in the court that process that was wrong. No. He's not saying, oh, the delegates that contested are not delegates. Oh, the people that emerged were not. Oh, the list that actually they used for the primaries. He's saying those things. That's what we have gone to court to ask for, if actually that were what it is. But because it was what it was, now he's saying that election, I should be declared winner. Can they declare you winner on an election that was flawed and wrong? This is lies in the press. We should be gentlemen in our nation. We should be honest and transparent to who we are. It's about character. Character is what goes on with you. You can wear off everything, but your conscience still will remain with you. So character and integrity can give you victory. It can give you peace. It can give you anything. But when you don't have one, you might have any other in this world, but you lose your peace. Peace is expensive. It's valueless. So that's the position. So he is asking, declare me a winner. This Ukachukwu from that process. So how can you now come now to a public media or whatever it is and say, no, these are the problem? Check what he filed in the court. If these two things know what I say, then you know that I've been a liar. I say things the way they are. He wants to be declared winner. On election, he said that it's flawed. He would have said, let there be an annulment that there will be no election. But he wants to be winner. Who could vote for you? So if, okay, say he should be declared winner based on 67 votes. Okay. If that's what you are looking for, those 67 votes emerge from that process. Emerge from that same delegate you say that they're not accredited, that they're not. So how have you now be able to lay claim to 67 people that voted for you from the same delegate you say that now emerged from the process? How? You can't vote from it. And you're saying that they should give you the ticket based on the vote you got. And you now, the later you now say, no, you went to court and say that's what it is. And after that, when you think you're not making it, you now go to public to say, oh, Malayan, you are party, Malayan, you are candidate, say a number of things. Besides, I don't want to add up things to him. It's not actually my issue, because it's not what I'm here to discuss. It's our party members. Maybe one day he come to reason it and we'll still move party forward. But be it as in there, we're not in the same party, we're not in the same class, we're not in the same position. We're totally different people in the society. The class are different. So I can't come to myself and bring to myself to add and reply to him. My life has been, I want to serve my people. And my people believe I can serve them. And they gave me that mandate. 1,455 people out of 1,630. It was landslide. And I will not betray that trust and confidence. That's the most important thing. So those stories are not there. Processes were followed. If the party were being strict, they would have given you waiver. You entered a party. You were in PDP 2021. You ran under PDP. You lost in PDP. You had a relationship with P2B in that election. The party ticket was given to you not because of you, but because of P2B. P2B influenced you to get the ticket, not you. Obiorokeko would have won the primaries. He won it with just a few votes, less than 10 votes. And then you got to get under the carrying of P2B. And P2B carried through that election. You came second with also P2B support. And then after that one, you follow P2B because you have no political value. You follow P2B to Labour when P2B joined Labour because you have no structure to protect. And then you move into Labour with P2B, campaign with P2B, run with P2B. After the election of Labour or P2B, you remain in Labour. All of a sudden, you wanted to run primaries in Labour. And Labour said, you have nothing to offer us. You wanted to give it to that they did not give you. Why didn't you run in that Labour if you think about it?
That is why he said it on the media.
You know?
He said it on the media that he had something to offer and he needs a stronger platform. That is why he moved to APC.
Let's now condemn his party Labour that is not a stronger. But question is, taking it from his own word, stronger platform. If you want stronger platform, you must be strong yourself.
But he believes he has it.
No, if you are strong
yourself. He's a right candidate. He's a good candidate. He has the quality already. That is why he stepped in.
Okay, I agree with you, Funke, but let me tell you something. The Bible says that go to a strong man's house to displace him, you must also bind him. If you don't bind him, you can displace him. And for you to bind the strong man, you'll be stronger than the man himself. If you think you are bringing that on board into APC and you are strong by yourself, Val has never stood the election by himself and who he is. It's the first time he will tasting the waters by himself as a person without the covenant and courage of it.
But he has claimed that he doesn't have a godfather. He funds his own political ambitions.
Okay,
all his activities, he said he doesn't. He said it in the media.
No, it's not what you say that matters. I'm telling you practical things that can be verifiable.
Anyway,
it's not what I say, what you say, but what things are obvious. P2B took him into Labour. He followed P2B to Labour after PDP. If you have strong support base in PDP, you would have stayed there. And okay, let's assume that you join P2B Labour and then Labour is no more strong and you want to join APC. Because also I believe, I didn't join APC because I'm looking for a strong platform. I joined APC because I was an Apoga. I was a senatorial candidate. I joined APC because I want us to connect Anambra back to center because there are so many things actually we're losing. We cannot continue to be outside where they're discussing Nigeria as first frontline state in Igbo land. And also recently the governor of Delta State said the same thing I've been saying, as if you've just borrowed it from me. We need to reconnect Anambra. That's the reason why Apoga did not give me a ticket. Because I said we can't live on this deception of this is our party. No, Nigeria is our country. And then we need to be part of Nigeria. And that's what actually I was standing for. And that's why what happened. And then I joined APC. I was begged to join APC by APC members. Wow. Because they believe I have what it takes to be able to lead APC to victory in Anambra State. If I remember that died, with all due respect to my younger brother, may he so rest in peace, came to me and said to me, if you are running, I will not run. He came with people who are still alive. And I said, my younger brother, you have made a effort already. I cannot displace you. I cannot run against you. I will support you. Who called out to come and run? Oh, the story, I don't want to start saying it. He came to run because he felt that he can. If that's what it is. Well, all of us knew that he didn't come to run. He was asked to come, that they would sponsor him. And then that failed. And then he now wants to run on his own. But question is, if you are running on your own local government, not even mine, in your own local government, in the ward called delegate election, 5 people have to be elected by what? By each ward. In his own community, he has 2 wards, Amesi. And in that 2 wards have Amesi, he won only 5 delegates. In his local government, there are supposed to be 100 delegates that are supposed to emerge. He got only 5 delegates. I have my own local government, I have also 100 delegates that are supposed to emerge. I won the 100 delegates. 100 of them. We are from the same senatorial zone. In that senatorial zone, there are over 700 something delegates supposed to come from there. I won over about 700 of them. It was a landslide. So what is he saying? If he's a leader and he come to, he has nothing to lead. The man himself as a person, we want everybody, 1 vote counts, and it's important to be APC. But he has no political value.
No, I disagree with you on
that.
No, Your Excellency, I disagree.
He has no political value.
Because he to come out, definitely he has, and he believes.
What you believe is different from reality. Believing that my name is not Nicholas won't change the fact that I'm Nicholas. Even if you want to believe that your name is not Funke, you can change it tomorrow, but you are Funke. So you cannot be what you are not. The question is that if you are what you are, there was a contest that have come and gone. When people realized that actually they are making some withdrew, but he felt that he has what it takes to offer. And the voters said there's nothing to offer. And they did not vote you. And you went to court and said that they should give you the mandate because you came second. Is that what has something to offer? Okay, let me tell you. A man that cannot fight to win primary of his own party, only party, how can he how can you win the incumbent? If you could not succeed in 1,030 people, how can you win 2.5 million for electoral voters in Nigeria? 1,000. You know what they normally do this abroad anywhere? They go and do sample opinion poll as for who win election. Okay. How do they do it? They gotta meet people, maybe 100 people, maybe 1,000, maybe 2,000, and they ask them, which you would do at times also, who do you think can win the election? And based on that, the majority to begin to point to the direction. This is what it is. So if 1,630 stand for that opinion poll, I got 67 votes, is that approval or disapproval? It's not disapproval. And with all due respect for him, I love him as a person. He's my friend. But I think it's better off working in public sectors, contributing one way or the other. No. Not being a politician.
But he believes in politics, he can contribute better
it's
for his people.
No, it's about who you are. I am coming to this, Funke, not what I'll do for my people only, what I've done. My people knows what I've done.
Let me quickly chip in this.
Yes.
He believes that the court will give him justice that it deserves. He searched for. Now, before the primaries, because APC, all political parties, even you're head of your family. So before you make an attempt to go into any exercise regarding to politics, choosing leaders and stuff, you must have had an agreement before the primaries, whereby you said, okay, let the person, the winner, anybody that wins, others will accept the defeat. Did you come into such agreement before the exercise commenced last month,
no,
which
course,
is April?
Of course, I was taking that meeting, they called all of us, and I was sitting next to him in that meeting.
And he agreed?
Of course, all of us agreed that meeting, that process that come out of is fine. All of us surrendered and submitted to that process. He was sitting next to me. He was sitting next to me. And you see, for people to vote for you, there are many things they have to put in place. They must be able to know who you are, what you have done, to be able to do so you can be able to do. You can't say you give me yam when you don't know the color of yam. But if you have been eating yam and be giving yam, if you say you give me yam, I'll be jumping up. Also, apart from that, there are other things that are required. Because if you want people to go for campaign, you fuel their vehicle. It requires money. There are a lot of things that involve. Party agent has to be paid. There are money involved in politics. They want people to know your watches in terms of financial capability. And then, of course, acceptability within the community. By yourself, I'm talking about individual now, before I talk about other group or institutional supports, like where are you from? But who you are comes first. And I've said it before. And I've said it before AIT. Outside Anambra state government, I am the highest person who has tarred the highest, longest road in my community. I am the highest person that provided asphalt concrete road in my community. Outside Anambra state government. I used to be the highest employer of labor after Anambra state.
Before you get into what you've done for your people, can we, because only Valentine Ozugo is not only a grieved aspirant. The day of the election, I followed up, I monitored, because the assistant producer of Democracy Today, the political program on AIT, which I followed up before the D-Day. And after that day, after the very day, that Saturday, the next day, I spoke to most of the aspirants, which almost all of them are not happy with what actually happened. They faulted the process. We have some that have moved to YPP and other political parties. Now, you've emerged as the candidate. You are the leader now. That is how they see you. Till November, when the governorship election comes up. What are you doing to put them together, to bring your house? Because a house that can't stand falls. I still have like 5 or 4 months to go before the D-Day, talking about the election. How are you bringing all these aggrieved people back on the table to talk?
Okay, let me just take a little bit backward. The primary or main election, whether in Anambra or Arabia, is normally a contest. Even when friends are contesting, at the end of it, somebody will complain. But I want to say something to you. In primaries, once delegates, because it's like, let me break it down for you, Funke. In each ward, I will have 5 people contesting for me to represent that ward. Every other aspirant will have the same. So after the delegate emerge, if I'm the one that have the majority of delegate emerges, every other person will decide whether to continue to run or not. Because it becomes a waste of time and energy and money. Because if my supporter who emerged from the ward and is my own person that I sponsor to contest for delegate, that man is hoping to be a councillor or supervisor councillor or chairman local government or commissioner or one position or the other. So this is his family. So if your own did not win the delegates, it will be difficult for you to come and convince my own to come and join you, because with you have also people who are with you want to become this person. So you remain in his family. So once that happened, I remember one of the aspirants said to me, immediately delegate list, actually the result came out, and I realized I did not, one of my people, I will not continue to run. And he withdrew, but he remained in the party. Because he knew that at the end of the day, that's how it is. Other people want to push forward to see if they can hold the delegate support like Val Ozugbo and some few others. When other people made a effort and could not, they did. Paul also Ukachukwu, when the result came out and it wasn't what it was, then he withdrew and joined YPP. But when people say there's massive deception, defection into different parties, there was no defection. Paul withdrew and joined YPP because he wanted to stay around for governorship. And he's all right to do.
What about Chukwuma?
Chukwuma withdrew from the but still NPP. It's APC. Still APC. See APC, still supporting me.
So it's just a rumor that history is leaving the party?
No, he didn't leave. I spoke with him. And as far as I'm concerned, he's making contribution, advising me what to do to move forward. Now, notwithstanding, when also let me talk about Paul. Paul joined YPP. He came from local government they call Anambra East local government. In that Anambra East local government, we have 15 wards. And that 15 wards have 27-man executive in all the wards. And I want to break it down for you, so be able to, when people say massive, be able to know whether it's massive or nothing. In that local government, 2 ward chairmen without 26 members join him. 2 ward chairmen without 26 members join him. The rest of 13 did not join. The whole local government executive, including the chairman from his local government, did not join. In his local government, I just gave you an example. So he has pockets of things like that. And then, would that be massive defection? The answer is no. The white people we are talking about also, let me break it down also to you. It was Ifeanyi Uba's structure. It was what Ifeanyi Uba used to want the Senate. They are with me. The shell is what it's talking about. But most of the white people will happen with me too. Because most of them believe also that Ifeanyi Uba has a legacy. And most of them joined Ifeanyi Uba, even APC. So who did not join? Some are joining us.
So indirectly you're saying YPP supporters will definitely support you during the
election. Most of them will support
instead of them supporting their candidates.
No, because they are the candidate. No, they know their candidate is not winning. Their candidate is just playing a game. And nobody wants to play a game with his own political future and career. Some say that they told their candidate that they won't go because he knows there is no out contest. Okay, let me talk about this, their candidate. Let me talk about this, their candidate. He was coordinator of presidential election in Anambra State. Bola Tinubu presidential election. He got 1 vote in his polling unit. Check from INEC. 1 vote. That means even his wife did not vote. He was DG campaign organization for Ndi Anambra in the last governorship election in Anambra State. He did not win his polling unit. Who can join him, go and sync with him? Nobody. In Anambra State today, only 2 political parties are actually running. Maybe called the third one Labour. But from what the Seval said to you, he wanted a stronger candidate, so he left Labour. I mean, he's saying that Labour is not a stronger candidate. So if that's what it is, what matters is APC is the beautiful bride. And even Apuga is cutting us, begging our president, trying to get support because they know they are going. We need to connect Anambra about the center. We need to deal with issues that affect the federal people. We need to actually put on the enablers and then the things, the catalysts, the things that build up who we are. We're traders. We're manufacturers. We're businessmen. Our market used to be the biggest market in West Africa. That glory has to come back. And those indicators, those enablers, is what we're coming to put together. Because we're co-owner, we're not visitor.
Before we go into that, I'm still talking about your in-house crisis so far. So now what you're saying is that there will be unity before the election.
That's where I'm going
to support you.
We set up National Working Committee and set up a reconciliation committee. And they're doing a fantastic job. Wonderful job. Right. Now, going around, reconciling those who are aggrieved. And their grievances, from case not deep. They're saying, I would have been dealt, but I was not. So because I was not, then every other thing that actually that I would have been part of people electing candidate, but I did not. They say, don't worry, we'll be part of electing the governor. So the mechanism is going and is working very, very well. I think we don't have up to 1% of APC that actually still agree by now.
Now, Soludo want that sits under APGA, the All Progressives Congress Grand Alliance in APGA, which we know that it has history. That is where late Ojukwu, that is the legacy of late Ojukwu. What are the strategies? What are the plans you're putting on ground to ensure you take over from this party? Because there was a time, I'm sure, before you even joined politics, you see Ojukwu as your lord.
Just a correct impression. Soludo have not run election before. Sorry to say, the incumbent then, Obiano, brought Soludo power. Soludo doesn't know anybody, has no one single structure anywhere. None, just followed Obiano to go campaign. Obiano's aides and supporters and everything, including me and everyone that has packed. So Obiano brought me into APGA, not Soludo. This is the first time Soludo is presenting himself for election. And he's trying to bring the scorecard that have been flawed by a number of people. I did see when I was in China, I said, a human being, Funke, you are complete with your eyes, nose, mouth, stomach, hand, everything functioning. Anyone that is not functioning will not make you complete. So you build government house and you want completion and people are clamoring for you. Some are private houses are bigger than government house, more expensive than government house, finish more quality than government house. How can you now use that money, 18 to 1 billion every month and will clap for you? That's deception. You build roads, some of them are federal roads, you get to go to the fund for government, and then people are clapping for you. Individuals like have built roads before, actually, and they are still strong standing now. The road I've done over to 20 years ago is still working. No pothole. Some government have done now, even already one out. So you can't do that and people will clap for you. I had a factories, over 12 of them, that employed 1,000 something Anambrians, and I had 75 expatriates. They kidnapped 6 of them. And then I paid great ransom, and then we shut down. And then you're going to say because those who lost their job because we could not continue until we put security issues right, those who had, I've done the road, would they eat from the road? You build road, it becomes shop for security numbers. That's not what people are talking about. You say that you are training them. The training must have feature, and then you must be for that one people to know. And then anybody you are training at the end of the day cannot be given startup to start. You train them to fail. So there are things we need to put together to make it work. Some of us are started doing it on our own capacity as women. Give people improved seats, which we are doing also. Improve agriculture. Square kilometers in Anambra State, we are not big. So why can we have a bush where they never can keep people? Turn it into agro hub. And then prepare it, give them improved seeds, get off-takers, get value addition companies, and then people will see it as a white-collar business, that even me and you, anybody can go and do it. If you are being paid in AIT for the purpose of discussion, for 1 million, and you can farm and get 10 million, what are you doing there? You can farm and then enjoy your life. We need to bring our people to the point of wealth, the point of a secured environment. When the place is secured and the enablers and all that things are there, we have one of the highest deposits today. I'm telling you now, in Nigeria, gas deposit. Many people who are producing, they are producing, but the problem is that electricity, security, environment are not helping matters. We need to fix it. And some of them are looking for retiring in Anambra State and investing in Anambra State, including myself. So we need to get those things done. People are not happy because people are moving out of Anambra. Go to Asaba, see what's going on. They are 90% from Anambra. All those things are the things government that put track and shake on. Not say, oh, I'm building stadium. Oh, how many people time do they play ball in stadium? Oh, I'm building a children playing ground. Can people village from my village? Children from my village, can they go there in Oka to play? It's for the rich. But the money is collective weight of every people. We are using it to now promote the rich. Let's get something done that people will know that this is our state, we belong to it. You can't, I'm really, sometimes I pity Soludo. He's my friend, my good friend, family friend, good friend. I think his issue is that he doesn't know what the problem of Anambra is. Because he's not been in that sphere.
He was once a civilian governor.
Oh, that's managing the money of the country, but not managing the problem of the people. They are two different things. Managing people is different from managing money. Managing the affairs of people is different from managing the economy. It is bigger than economy. A state is not about economy. A state is 20% economy, 80% human beings and their effort and what concerns them. Because the economy is what we bring in, investment. The other one is about the security, the health, the education, the work you provide. So 80% are human, 20% economy. But you can't the person have 20% in the exam. What will you call the person? It's a failure. So you need to have 80% of the people. We're Anambrarians. We grew in the street. We went to school by a lake. We know the crowds of the state. People knows us. That's where they come. Nicholas, you can do it now. So he have come. So I think it's that point actually that gave me that massive support in primaries. Valentine was about, like we said before, he has been working in the bank, from bank to Transcorp, and then he come now to run Anambra State. He don't have the capacity to do it.
Just ask this last question because we're running out of time. What do you think about the federal massive defection to your party? Is it healthy for Nigerian democracy?
Defection coming. He is going to say enormous. Who wants the great number. So I'm saying that people are doing that because they are keeping track. You see, there's something about government. When there's hunger in Igbo land, in Tiv, in Efik, in the north, in the west, in the south, everywhere, meaning there's something government is trying to do that will produce results.
We're running out of time. You say that the hope will bring joy for the people of Anambra. Come November, definitely, we will see how it turns out. We've been talking to the governorship candidate of the All Progressives Congress and the Anambra November election. Talking about Nicholas Ukachukwu, thank you very much for joining us. It's been a wonderful session with you, and we hope someday we're going to talk more about the coming election and, of course, your governance in Anambra State.
Thank you, Funke. I look forward to you again.
All right.